All right, how you doing? So today we're going to make this incredibly beautiful lamb on the bone with potato curry. It really, really is good. Takes a little while, but it's delicious. Welcome back to How to Cook Great. So I've got here 1 kg or 2.2 pounds of lamb. You can use goat or something like that if you wanted. There's some bone in there, but some lovely, lovely meat. 2 decent sized tomatoes, 1 cup of onions, some curry leaves fresh if you can get them, absolutely wonderful. If you can't get them, try and get dried, but nothing else really does replace them. They've got quite a unique flavor to them. 2 teaspoons of cumin seeds, some fresh chili. I've got, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 there. I've split them down the middle, you know, but up to you what you want to put in. A tablespoon of ginger garlic paste, and then some spices. 2 teaspoons of chili powder. I'm using a Kashmiri chili powder, half a teaspoon of turmeric, and then 1 each of cumin and coriander. Now we are going to be adding some more things to this, but I want to get the meat on its way because we want to get this super tender. So you're going to need a large pot or a kind of woky thing like I always use. I'm melting down there some coconut oil. You could use a different oil if you want. And I've got quite a bit in there. There's probably 5 tablespoons. Use less if you like, but I think it needs it. What we're going to do is we're going to get our meat and we're going to drop it in. We're going to drop in the cumin seeds and the curry leaves. And on a slightly above medium heat, we're going to throw this around for about 6 or 7 minutes. Want to kind of get the meat on its way. So we've got a little colour on the outside of the meat. We're now going to drop in that 1 cup of onion. And I'm going to be adding some salt. And to this one I'm going to add pepper. Quite a lot of pepper. It's like a teaspoon there. And we're going to continue cooking on this vibrant heat for another 5 minutes. Let's get those onions cooked down a little bit. Great stuff. Next up, that tablespoon of ginger garlic paste, which is a 50-50 mix of the two. I always say this, don't I, if you're a regular. You can buy this in every single Indian store, most Asian stores. Obviously you can get it online, or like we do, you can make it yourself. We use loads and loads of it here. Now let's get those 2 decent sized tomatoes in there. Try and use a nice juicy ripe tomato. Let's add our fresh chili, and then let's get our powders in as well. So let's take another look. Half a teaspoon turmeric, 2 teaspoons Kashmiri chili powder, 1 teaspoon cumin, 1 teaspoon coriander. Again, stay on this heat. We want to cook those tomatoes now. Want them to break down. We're going to go for about 6 minutes maybe. They might give off a little bit of moisture. We're going to be adding some water to this in a moment anyway. But yeah, this is going to be super fab. So this is looking really, really good. I've got some moisture from my tomatoes. If you didn't, don't worry, because we're going to be adding water right now anyway. So here we go. Let's get some water in. They're going to add quite a lot of water. There's maybe like 3 cups of water there. And just for a few minutes, I'm going to keep it on this heat until it kind of gets nice and hot again. And once it starts to boil up a little bit, I'm going to go on a simmer, nice low simmer with a lid on, for 30 minutes. In the meantime, I'm going to get some potatoes ready. You can see that's reduced down somewhat. Tomatoes are really cooked now. Okay, next up, potatoes. So I've cut my potatoes quite small for this one. I've got 3 cups worth here. In they go. Let's give them a little mix in there. Going to turn the heat up to above medium. We're going to add a little bit more water. Maybe just 1 cup there. In fact, that was just under a cup actually. That's more like 1 cup. And we're going to let this go now for about another 5 or 6 minutes. We're still not done. Still a couple of more bits to go in here. Fabulous stuff. Really, really lovely. Okay, we're going to turn the heat down. Just above a simmer. I've got 1 cup here of coconut milk. We're going to pop that in. We're going to add a little pinch or 2, maybe about half a teaspoon of garam masala powder, which is a beautiful kind of finishing powder. Now, we're going to let this go for maybe 5 or 6 minutes. What we want is those potatoes to be nice and tender. So yeah, probably 5 minutes or so. Give it a stir every now and then. That is wonderful. Okay, off goes the heat. That is divine. That is really, really lovely. Those potatoes are nice and tender. Of course, our lamb's going to be super now. Check that for salt. You might want to add a bit more. I'm good. If you want a little bit of cilantro or coriander in there, for me today, no thanks. Let's get that on the plate. And there you go, piping hot, lovely with rice, or like me, I prefer like a naan, paratha, or some roti, you know, some bread or something. Really, really beautiful. Hope you enjoy that. Keep safe, keep well.